Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS, and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news, so let's talk about a hypothetical scenario that's been swirling around league circles and has the Commanders fans buzzing. Imagine a world where Dak Prescott, the Cowboys' star quarterback, finds his way to Washington. Yeah, I know it's wild to think about, but the NFL is all about those blockbuster moves, and right now, there are whispers that it could become a reality. This isn't just some fantasy. There are actual sources close to the league echoing whispers from Adam Schefter himself, suggesting that the Cowboys might be considering a reset. Right now, Dallas is sitting at 7-5, and they've been navigating their season with a fair share of ups and downs. Their cap space is around $21 million, plenty to maneuver in the trade market, and the team's front office seems to be signaling a major shift. The Cowboys are looking to prioritize their defense, which has been a bit leaky lately, especially with their offensive line giving up nearly 8 sacks per game. And with injuries piling up, like CeeDee Lamb's ankle injury that has kept him out for 2 games, it's clear that Dallas might be looking to start fresh, especially at the quarterback position. Now Prescott, who's been the starting quarterback for Dallas since 2016, is having a solid season, not spectacular, but certainly reliable. His passer rating sits at 102. 4 in 2025 with over 261 yards, 25 touchdowns, and just 8 interceptions in 12 games. That's pretty good, especially considering the pressure he's under. He's shown he can perform under pressure, and his play-action numbers are impressive, with an EPA per target of plus 0.32, which is quite high. Remember, Prescott has dealt with injuries, most notably a shoulder injury that cost him 1 game, but he's bounced back strong. His career stats speak volumes: over 0 yards, 140 touchdowns, and a PFF grade of 91. 5. What makes Prescott so appealing to a team like Washington? Well, for one, he brings stability to an offense that's been a bit underwhelming this season. The Commanders are averaging just 18 points per game, which is near the bottom of the league, and their defense is giving up around 9 points. Prescott could be the piece to turn that around, especially with the right supporting cast. And let's not forget, he's capable of throwing for around 200 yards and 30 touchdowns if he's given the right system and protection. In this hypothetical trade, the Cowboys would be looking to free up cap space, around $59 million, to invest in their offensive line. They'd be looking to bolster their front 5 with draft picks, possibly a first and second rounder in 2026, in exchange for Prescott. This would be a significant move, but one that could set Dallas up for a rebuild, especially if they're aiming to go all in on their defense and run game for the future. For Washington, acquiring Prescott would be like hitting the jackpot. Without Daniel Snyder, and with the team's recent focus on building a more competitive roster, bringing in a quarterback of Prescott's caliber would be a game changer. He'd immediately elevate the offense, which has struggled to find consistency. His arm talent, leadership, and experience in clutch moments could be exactly what the Commanders need to take that next step. Think about it, Prescott, under the guidance of Ron Rivera and with a talented core around him, could turn the Commanders into a real playoff contender. His ability to perform in critical moments, combined with the offensive weapons like Jahan Dotson and Terry McLaurin, could unlock new levels for this team. And it's not just about boosting the offense. Prescott's presence on the field would also elevate the overall confidence and morale, giving the team a true leader at the most important position. And let's be honest, the NFC East has been a bit unpredictable this season. The Eagles are still the team to beat, but with Prescott, Washington could pose a serious threat. He would add a new dimension to their offense, especially in clutch situations where his experience and calm under pressure could make all the difference. Imagine a cold winter night at FedEx Field in February, with Prescott orchestrating a game-winning drive, throwing precise passes, and commanding the huddle like a seasoned veteran. That's the vision many fans are starting to entertain, and it's not entirely out of the realm of possibility. Of course, there are challenges. The Cowboys aren't just going to give Prescott away easily, especially with his value at a time when the quarterback market is heating up. His trade value would be high, and Dallas might want a hefty package, perhaps a first-round pick, a player, or a combination of both. And Washington would need to weigh whether giving up draft capital makes sense in the short term, especially considering their current roster and cap situation. But if the price is right, and if Prescott is open to the move, this could be the kind of bold step that transforms the franchise. Now, looking at Prescott's fit within the Commanders' offensive scheme, it's clear he's well-suited for a system that can maximize play action and exploit defenses with quick, accurate throws. He's shown a 78% completion rate on third downs, which is pretty outstanding, and that kind of efficiency could help Washington sustain drives and control the clock better. His ability to add 1-2 yards per route versus zone coverage, especially with a receiver like Samuel stepping up as a reliable target, could be a real game changer. With Prescott, the Commanders' offense would become significantly more explosive, and their chances of making a deep playoff run would skyrocket. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. Prescott's arrival would send shockwaves through the NFC East. The Eagles are still the team to beat, but with Prescott, Washington could be the division's dark horse, ready to challenge Philly's dominance. This hypothetical move would also serve as a statement that the Commanders are serious about contending, about taking the next step, and about making their fans believe again that a Super Bowl is within reach. And let's not forget the long-term implications. Prescott is only 31, still in his prime, and he's shown he can lead a team deep into the postseason. His leadership and experience, combined with the young talent on Washington's roster, could create a perfect storm. Imagine Prescott mentoring a young QB, or even just being the steady presence that this franchise needs to finally break through and bring that coveted Super Bowl trophy back to DC. It's a bold vision, yes, but one that's rooted in the potential for greatness. Of course, all of this hinges on negotiations, team strategies, and whether Prescott himself would be interested in a change of scenery. But in the NFL, surprises happen all the time. A trade like this would be one of the most talked about in recent memory, and it could define the direction of the NFC East for years to come. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you think Prescott would be the perfect fit for this team? Would you be willing to see a big trade happen, giving up some draft capital for a proven veteran quarterback? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Washington Commanders. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Washington Commanders news. We're all in this together, and with your passion, we can keep pushing forward toward that Super Bowl dream.